Hi, my name is Carrie Capone, and I'm so delighted that you could join us today for an unboxing of the new to lace scarf kit. And I'm joined today by Mindy Kingery. And it's so funny because we have both made this scarf, as you can see, and we're twinning today. So, Mindy, it's so good to see you.
Thank you for inviting me today.
So, Mindy, I usually in my kits I use yarn that's commercially available, and so that's why this kit is so special because I really wanted to work with first of all yarn that's made in the USA, which is really rare and special, and also work with an independent dyer like yourself who's also US based. Can you just tell us a little bit about your business and why you decided to start it and how you got started?
Sure, yes. So my business is Henley Handmade, and my focus has always been on supporting other small US businesses. So all of the wool that I use right now is from a couple of ranches in Wyoming, and I am looking to expand that pretty soon, hopefully. But right now, that's where it all comes from. And it is also spun in Wyoming as well at Mountain Meadow Fiber Mill. The other thing that is unique about this yarn is that it's all naturally dyed. So some of the dyes that I use I grow in my own garden, and the other
Amazing.
dyes, yeah, it's really cool. The other dyes that I use are um, some of them do come from outside of the U.S., but they're sourced through um, small U.S. businesses that focus on ethical and um, sustainable harvesting processes. So I feel really good about um, all the dyes that I use for my yarn. So we just celebrated our first year in business a couple of weeks ago, and it's thank you, and it's just been a lot of fun.
Oh, happy anniversary. You had such
Thank you.
a successful anniversary party. I was delighted to hear that you even had to take pre-orders because you ran out of stock like right away.
Yeah, thank you. It was the support I received was just it was humbling. It was really humbling. Um,
You've worked consistently and you've worked long hours and you've worked hard at it. And one thing that I'm always impressed by is someone who can wake up early and get their work done, sometimes while their family is sleeping. Uh, is that an accurate description of when you get a lot of your work done?
yes, it is. Yes. It was about a year ago that I made the decision after talking to a fellow business owner, small business owner, uh, when I asked her, "How do you get your work done? Like, when do you find time?" Because she has two young kids, right about the same age as mine. I have a 3-year-old, and now a 3-year-old and 5-year-old, and she just said, "Well, I get out at 4:30, sometimes 4:15. I
Oh
sleep
my
in on a good day
goodness.
on 4:45." So that conversation corresponded with um, the time change. So when it was fall, it was the fallback of last year. So it would be about a
Mm-hmm.
month out, I guess. And I thought, well, this is the perfect time because I won't technically lose any sleep, right? I just stayed on my
Right.
same schedule, and I'd already been getting up at 5:30 or 6 or whatever, and so that I started getting up at 4:30 then, and so I work from 4:30 to about 6:30 when my kids get up, and I try to power through all the heavy brain work in those first 2 hours of the day so that I can focus on my kids more during the day, and I do my dyeing kind of throughout the day because that's a long process. I can't just
Right.
bust it out in a 2 hour period. Um, but yeah, all the computer work, the emails, um, social media posts, I try to do all those things in the morning. And 2 hours isn't enough time for sure. I also squeeze in some time in the afternoons when I let them watch TV, but
Of course. And you get a great start on the day. I'm impressed. I did not know that it was 4:30 to 6:30. I give you all the credit in the world.
yeah. Well, I tell you, it's easier to do it in the summertime when it gets light earlier.
Yeah.
Now that it's getting darker, it's getting harder to do.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because then I have some like truly quiet time to work. So